US Anecdotes BYD is the elimination championship format. So the winner class will take first, the runner-up and winner class will take second, and the pack will play out for third place. BYD matches underway. 2 out of 3. Enjoy.
Best they come get some. Ready? Yeah.
Check. Yep.
Unfortunately.
Set. Yep. Set. Yes.
BYD going, instead of the BYD, unless you go by, you should be up in the match. We've got our state class kills, quarterfinals and on in the pits. You guys made that far. Yeah, if you want to sign up for other events this weekend, it's going to be up here at the state. You can sign up or register for the other events. Tomorrow, kicks off with amateur singles at 10 and then pro doubles at 11. You need to choose one of those two events to play, and the ITSF Gold Finals, of course, kick off as well. So if you're really excited for anything for tomorrow or this weekend, see me out, keep the crowd out, get it out of the way.
Trying to cheat.
We're paying attention.
Set.
I have noticed that.
What a game, what a game, what a game. Set, yep.
The winner's bracket playoff for first and second, will move Detroit back out to third. It is 2 out of 3, both winners and losers side. No invite to be just plain old 2 out of 3.
Lass die selbst drücken.
Nee, das liegt hier.
Ja.
Debbie Walters, Rick Pomeroy, Williams, Jerry Rico, Travis Ethan Carter, Thomas Nelson.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, William Pomeroy,
Set. Yep.
All right, this is
The first. Yep. Yep.
Ready?
Set. Yes. Oh. Second.
Randy Chavez, where you at? Randy Chavez, that's your partner right there waiting.
Then you get. Yeah.
Second?
Yeah, second.
Yeah. We're good.
Yep.
Ready?
Set. Yep. Finally got one done.
Yeah. Way up.
I said, we're not going to do that kind of stuff anymore, but the funny thing is the one person I know won't buy is Michael. The day I met him, we had gotten in trouble out in He was a master. He's got
Stephanie Walters, where you at? Stephanie Walters, you need to take her.
you actually brought it back up. I was like, that was the funniest. That's literally how Mike did it.
Ready? Yeah.
Yeah, that was Mike used to do it. Then he got- I don't know that piece.
Set. Yep. Ron, you're pretty much doing what that did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Set. Yes. Come on, Loxley! Gib noch mal ein bisschen Power jetzt. Set.
Fun, right?
No. Set.
You know who the problem with the one person? Tom, if you're out there for watching this, he didn't just slap it straight down and open it.
Ready?
Yes.
I don't think it's speculate.
Der ganze Ding hat dann so ein bisschen mehr. Yep.
Yeah, ready?
Why wouldn't
Yeah. I just see one on one. Yeah.
Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, cool, lost it. Oh, come on.
All right,
Tricked you.
I did a good shot.
Mileage out of dritten Satz, der war beim 4-4
Ja, den muss er da oben in die Puppe, ne?
Ja, ja.
Snap on it. Right.
Two missed it.
What was the other one?
When he scored on when he snap.
All right, folks at home, we're just doing a quick little audio test here.
Checking the dulcet
We're going to be on a
tones
little bit of
my
a delay, so it's going to
beautiful
take
voice.
her.
It's going to take her how long to get the signal?
I think it's like 30 seconds probably.
Can you hear us? How are we doing?
So if you're hearing this on YouTube, we're saying this in the future.
Yeah. No, it's the past. It's now the past. It's a physics property. You know, there's a physics theory that there's only one electron. There's only one. The whole universe is one
Can
electron.
we not go down that rabbit hole this early in the tournament?
Dude, there's one electron, brother. Because electrons are outside of time.
What happened here?
I think we're good. I think we're good. Actually, why don't you just keep talking? Yeah, we're good.
Excellent.
I'm gonna
Awesome,
have, I'm gonna
thank
have you keep talking. I'm gonna check. So you keep
Okay. You don't trust Miriam?
No.
Oh.
I love her. I love her.
Just very quick. No, yeah, I don't trust her. Can't trust a word she says. You want me to keep talking to myself? That I can do. Well, folks, if you are just joining us, this is Inside Foos's coverage, live and free all weekend on YouTube and Twitch. Of the 2025 ITSF Tornado World Series. My name is Keith Glenn. I'm currently being joined in the booth by the one and only Mark Torres. I promise I'll do my best to keep him in line all weekend. If you could hear us earlier, then we apologize. That was on our end. If you're familiar with any kind of foosball production, the early goings are often smooth. Rarely smooth. I had a flight this morning that I had to leave for at 4:30 Eastern time, which is 3:30 local time. So I do apologize if I'm not quite my sharpest. Waiting to get a match here on table one. Just a little bit about the tournament itself. I have to say this is my first time. I didn't get to see the ITSF World Series last year, and this is the first time where they are combining the ITSF World Series with the traditional Texas State. And I got to say the production here, the setup, is unlike anything I've seen at really any tournament here in the States. And I am now, well, I'll wait for him to get his headset on. I am now being joined by the great Brad Anderson, who I believe has called more matches with Jim Stevens than any other commentator. Brad, thank you for joining me.
I believe that is true. I think I have.
I think
at least according to Jim.
Yeah.
The world according to Jim.
Yes, I would trust him on that.
Yeah, I have not done it for a while. I think the last time I did any sort of announcing was in Las Vegas a couple of years ago.
Actually, I think I remember that right after the new iteration of Inside Foos.
Something like that,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
We had the pleasure of meeting when it was the same weekend I met Jim and Mark in person.
At Texas State.
Here in Texas State back in 2021, I believe.
2022, I think. It was 3 years ago.
It was one of whatever it was coming out of COVID.
Yes. Our first gathering after
first
everything shut down, yes. Well, this is weird. This is kind of neat. I haven't been foosball. So again, people don't know. I live in Hawaii now, and foosball is just not a thing there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put the appeal out right now. I've been trying to get a couple of tables over there. Oh, I'd like to get a couple of coin ops. I do not. Shipping is really expensive.
Imagine that's not cheap.
So if anybody has, especially on the West Coast, a couple of decent used tables, decent playable coin ops, that I would be interested in purchasing and have them shipped over to me in Hawaii.
Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. If you're on the West Coast looking to get rid of some tables.
The less I have to pay for the tables.
Tables, the more it offsets the cost of the shipping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because brand new tables with the shipping cost would probably be a nightmare.
I think I got a quote one time from maybe Jim Waterman. Like direct brand new tables from the factory, shipped to Hawaii. It was like $1,700 just to ship it.
Yikes.
And I'm like, well, that's not going to work.
Yeah, you could get an entire extra table for that.
So, anyways, there you go.
Yeah, as we are getting set here, we're working through two big events right now. It's open, mixed, and classic doubles. Over on table number 4, we got a good one going on. I do not know I believe, international team, if I had to guess German, squaring off against Terry and Keisha Rue. That one's got a big audience right now. Still waiting to get some action here on table number 1. It does look like we have our match called. Less international this time. It's going to be Brandon Munoz and Isabel Stelly against Tony Sprayman and Sylvia, I believe, Tilly.
Something like that.
Yeah, and
that's probably going to be a lot of awful non-stop play right there. It's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
do not blink. You will miss a lot.
It's always fun to watch Tony and Brandon go head-to-head. And obviously, I haven't seen a ton of Sylvia's game, but Isabel has come a long way in the short time that she's been playing. She's a very good player, so that's going to be a good one.
You know what I've noticed? Speaking of that, I mean, and again from far away and from a distance from watching now, there are so many good young women players now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's truly amazing. I mean, in a long time you had the same women out there, and even the game, their games have progressed so much, and their ability and the skill level. It's really neat to see.
Yeah, no, I mean, and like we're talking very young. I think Sullivan's like early 20s tops.
Right.
Isabel, I don't even think is 20 years old yet.
Right.
I've only been playing for a handful of years now. About 5 years I've been on tour, and one of my first tournaments, it was Louisiana State, and I played against Isabel in beginner doubles. And even back then, her game looked nothing like it does now, obviously. And she whooped me. And which I always like it when the young kids, because I've had a couple young kids whoop me in beginner and rookie stuff when I first started,
Right.
and they're all way higher ranked now. So it's like, okay, at least they, now they're whooping everybody.
Right.
I was just their first victims.
You're going to go, if I lose to this kid,
He better keep going.
table's,
Yeah.
the table's going in the fireplace.
Well, I was just getting started then, so I was
Oh,
getting
well,
whooped by
that's-
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, like over in Hawaii. I want to get some tables over there and actually get them in a couple locations and try to actually build
Yeah.
some players, because there's just no. I mean, there are a few players over on Oahu. I'm on the Big Island,
Okay.
like Frank Bolecha and a couple other guys. I think Frank's a pretty well-known name from Hawaii. Good player, great player. But he also, again, living on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
It's tough to get to tournaments and really to get competition. So I would love to. There's another guy over there. His name's Robert Boudier. I hope I'm saying it's right. He's like originally from upstate New York, I think, and he's living on the Big Island over in Hilo somewhere. He's come over a couple times and play, and he's completely Jones and wants to play.
Oh, yeah.
Looking to play.
Any foosball player that, if you caught the bug 30 years ago and walked away from the game, you're going to feel the itch at some point.
Right. So, I'm hoping to get something over there. Again, the police out there, help me out. Trying to get a couple of tables.
So cool. The way I actually got into the game, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. A couple of the old timers, we hadn't had a new player in forever,
Right.
and they said there's a local bar that's on a strip of bars, very popular nightlife scene, and there was a table there, and they said we're going to start what we're going to call a foosball academy and aim at targeting younger people to try and get them in to play foosball. And now it's grown to this thing where we're 20, 30 new players deep. It's actually how I got into the game.
Right.
I'm kind of the only one that so far has taken it seriously and kind of advanced to the whole tour thing. But
That's the quirky thing about foosball, though. I mean, it's just like if you get hit by the bug, you get hit hard.
oh yeah,
And you got casual players that the guys that go out and play the DYP once a week.
Yeah,
And
a lot of that.
they don't care if they get better.
no, they play the same game week in, week out for 20 years,
Right.
and that's their game. That's
But
what
they're enjoying themselves, and that's great too. There's a place in foosball for that. Again, for the recreational player, the guy just want to go out banging around, on a weekend or just again a weekly.
You need
tournament or
somebody to
something.
donate their money to the
Right.
and if they enjoy it, let them.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it comes down to exposure more than anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Again, when I started playing many years ago, I mean, tables were everywhere. They were in bowling alleys. They were obviously in bars. They were in schools. They were rec centers. And nowadays, it's getting better, like with the foosball clubs.
Oh yeah, Mike Stahl doing a great job.
Right.
Taking over for Foosball Clubs USA.
And that's a huge step to get it into schools. That's something that should have happened a long time ago. But even college, like what's the name? Like student unions.
Oh, yeah,
Things
absolutely.
like that. Just those places. Again, getting people exposed to it.
That's actually where I first found a love of foosball was in college. It was not a tornado. It was just some rinky-dink table. But we used to, hang out
Sure.
and play on it all the
Sure.
time. And then when I saw the table at this bar, we would play on it, and I thought I was good. I was good at whacking at the ball. And I would beat the other guys at the bar.
Right.
And then I saw this sign-up sheet like, Foosball Academy. I was getting older. I was an ultimate Frisbee player. I'm a guy that likes my hobbies. I'll give it a shot. And then I realized, oh, man, I'm bad at this. And then I caught the, I was like, I didn't like being bad at something I thought I was good at, so I
Right,
kind of just
right,
stuck with it. And
right.
now here I am 5 years later, touring and working with Inside
Well,
Foods.
like I
so.
say, if you get hit by the bug, you get hit hard,
Oh yeah.
and you're not satisfied. You want to get better, you want to win more, but which is great.
Yeah.
But again, to me, it's exposure.
Oh yeah,
Simple
absolutely.
as that.
And the other thing, and because I know I've watched scenes because of the whole academy thing. It's been talked about on Foos Talk Live, and I've talked about it on, our stream and stuff. I've had people come up to me on tour and ask me like, "Oh, what are you guys doing? How do you do it?" And if you're trying to grow your scene, you're shedding players, you haven't had a new player in 5 years, whatever. The one big thing that grows it is, like we were saying, some people just like having fun and casually playing.
Sure.
You have to be cool. It has to be a fun scene for everybody.
Yes.
Very few people are going to get into it because they're like I was like, I like foosball. But if you're a good social scene and you're fun to hang out with, that is what will grow it. I know a lot of the older players that take their locals very seriously
Sure.
because that's all they really do.
Sure.
They have a tendency to be overly competitive, and I don't want to say can be a little over the top competitive with newer players, and it's a turnoff for newer players, and you kind of turn people away. So that would be my advice if you're a local promoter trying to grow a scene.
Be nice.
I know I won't name names, but there's at least one scene in Florida that banned one of their best players. Just said, don't come back, because they were trying to
Sure.
grow their scene. They were really focusing on
Sure,
it, and he couldn't stop being over the top with the newer players. So they just said, okay, don't play.
Yeah, and again, there's a place for everybody. They're like the guys who are hardcore, and they will,
Yeah, go on tour.
anything. Absolutely, But again, like between, I still think leagues are the best way to get people climb that ladder
Yeah.
to the competitive foosball.
And it's curious to see.
And- It's just like when Valley was doing leagues. I mean, it was a good idea, but I don't think they executed it real well, considering that they were basically confining everything to operators.
Yeah.
Right. Don't let you couldn't just start a league someplace.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
You had to
open
go.
now.
Any kind of bureaucracy people aren't generally a fan of.
Yeah.
It is curious to see that now, though, because there has been a big USTSO, ITSF push for the leagues, and for
Right.
some reason it just hasn't seemingly caught on here in the States.
Well, I've always thought that there needs to really almost be a separation between league players and pro players, a pro environment, right?
Yeah.
The tournament for money and for glory and
Yeah.
everything else, but I always thought there needs to be some manner of separation between the two, because again, you get the newer players that are and it's no fun to get your ass kicked every
No.
every time you go out and
It
play.
certainly isn't.
But it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
the only way to get better, though.
Right.
You got to get your butt kicked. You have, and so honestly, we have a lot of these new guys that came into our academy after me, and I tell them I don't want to go out because we have academy is one night, our local competitive is another night, and I tell them you can't be shy about it.
Right.
Oh, I don't want to go and get my butt kicked. Like you're gonna get your butt. You can play academy all you want. Whenever you do feel comfortable making the jump, you're gonna get your butt kicked anyway. So you might as well start getting your butt kicked now.
And that goes towards the butt kicker. Right?
Yes.
Again, you're going to pound on somebody, but afterwards,
Help them.
take them aside and show them something.
The amount of players that are, this is my small pond that I get to be the big fish in,
Right.
and I don't want to help some. But honestly, you need that because that's what makes you better.
Yeah.
The guys that were whooping up on everybody when I started have gotten better because we have this new pipeline of players coming in,
Sure.
and you're not whooping up on them like you were, the first time they came
Yeah.
out. And you got to play a little bit harder, and you can't take everything as easy, and you're not just playing the same 15 guys over and over again. You have to give different people different looks, and it'll make your game better in the long run.
That little bit of psychology there. Yeah, take them aside afterwards, show them some stuff, and then tell them what they're doing right.
Yeah.
Or like this is really good. Here's how you can do it better.
Yeah. Or if you beat the same thing to death on them, tell them this is how you stop it.
Yeah.
So that it forces you next time to hit the harder option
Right.
or whatever.
Exactly. So it's.
But,
The game hasn't changed that much. I mean, as far as that kind of stuff over
Yeah, the mentality of it.
the decades that people have been playing. Obviously, the skill level overall has gone
Yeah.
through the roof.
Some of the stuff we see on the
But,
table now, it's
Yeah.
how did that happen?
Yeah. Practice, practice, practice.
Yes. Speaking of which, we're going to see a lot of that in this matchup here. Brandon Munoz and Sprayman, both very capable of letting it rip.
Yeah. I got a funny look. I think when maybe it was the last time I was here, or doing commentary or whatever, and I stated to Jim Stevens that Tony Sprayman is the best football player I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, what about Fred Riccone?" Fred, great player. I mean, he can do some ridiculous things on a foosball table and an unparalleled level of success, but Tony can do stuff Fred never could.
Well, so I didn't start playing until well after Fred was kind of at least out of the game here in the States. And I think Fred's claim as, he's a multi-table. He is
sure.
and now Tony is establishing himself
exactly.
as that as well. But Tony for a long time, and obviously Tony's been a great multi-table player too, but now he's establishing himself as that dominant force that he's been on Tornado on the other tables.
Just getting more experience, more playing
I don't know
time.
how many Leonhardt championships he's won in Germany, but I know he has more than one.
Yeah.
So it'll be, and then he's been over in Europe playing the other tables forever, and then he comes over for the Hall of Fame Classic and triples just casually.
Right. That's something that I always kind of broke it down to be good, great players and successful players.
Yes.
I know some players who are marginally skilled but have great success playing.
Yeah, as we are underway here on table 1, on the left of your screen, Tony Sprayman, Sylvia Pentilli on the right, Brandon Munoz, Isabel Stelly. Oh, interesting. Sylvia and Tony started with a defensive setup, Sylvia up front, and Tony gets stuffed by Brandon Munoz to open scoring here. And it's now 1-0 in favor of Brandon and Isabel. So with the defensive switches right out of the gate, Tony was going to have to try and do some damage there from the back, or at least try and advance the ball to Sylvia, and ended up not working out there. But if there's ever been a master technician on the table, that's him doing his thing right there.
I find it interesting watching Brandon Munoz play. I think he's obviously super talented, but I also think he's incredibly undisciplined.
He cleaned that up, though, as he buries that one down the middle.
I've seen him slow it on, and I've seen him, to me, and again, this is sitting here watching online and stuff, but this trend for people just to play really fast.
Yeah.
And it's not necessary to do it. I think if people I'm going to show you how good I am.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing that Brandon made, that I've been seeing Brandon play since his pro days, make the leap to master, win the 2020 championship, and he doubled a couple years ago.
Right.
Won doubles with Kevin Romero and then beat Tony in singles. And again, 2-1 ball game here. It's his ability to go fast. If it doesn't work, he will slow it down.
Yeah.
So it's a nice option to have, because a lot of players that are slow, methodical, tactical about it don't have that option to just speed it up and go 100 miles an hour. So I think it's a weapon as Isabel with a potentially costly turnover there.
Well, I've always thought historically the best way to approach a game is to do what you need to do, but don't do more than that until the other team pushes you to go deeper into your game.
Fine, if come out with a game plan and do it until it doesn't work, and then if they adjust, then you adjust.
Right. And this is coming from a 65-year-old person here, but they've still got all the energy and stuff, right? They're out there. They got lots of stamina. They can do that all weekend long.
Yeah. Oh.
But as you get older, you slow down a little bit. You need to simplify, and again, just do what you need to do, but you don't have to do more than that. Plus, that doesn't give away as much of your game.
Yeah.
To your opponent.
Don't show them something unless you have to.
Exactly.
As we have a 3-3 ball game here. Trading blows, couple costly turnovers. But still all even. Oh, Tony got a big piece of that, but couldn't keep it off Brandon's 3. Brandon slowing things down here. Taps, goes far wall, or far side, clips the corner. Oh, Isabel buries a beautiful push shot from the 2-bar. Sylvia got split there in the back. Oh, and Isabel with great 5-bar D. So Isabel saying, hey, I got something to say about this too here.
You're getting damn good at this.
Well, me? I feel like I'm talking too much. I haven't done it in a while. It's been over a year, but
Well, I haven't done it much at all.
Oh, you're doing great too.
Well,
Hopefully the folks at
I don't
home
mind
enjoy.
talking.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's kind of all we're doing.
we'll have
back
to
here.
live the high word counts to my Torres.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting there.
And let me qualify anything I say here, as I haven't paid that much attention. You know, I mean, I'm not familiar with a lot of the players as far as how
Brandon,
their game.
trying to dig it out. So there's going to be the discussion here is going to be about a distraction because Tony thought he couldn't get it as he was trying to stab at it, and then so he put his hand over the table as Brandon was stabbing at it. I think if Brandon did that, no matter what, it was going to end up on Tony's 5-bar. But Tony kind of did lean over the table a little bit there. So I think that's discussion here. All's fair. Tony getting the takeaway he needs. Man, he's been hammering that.
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about. I mean, he's doing a simple lane wall. It's not the tic-tac, not banging around. It's just.
Well, he's mixing it up. He's doing both.
Yeah.
Isabel now looking to. There we go. Sylvia finally switched that D for the push shot. There you go. You see her switching there, that in the back now. After she got split. Oh, and Isabel finds Brandon off the back wall. Tries to cross her side, and Sylvia comes up with a huge block, and it ends up somewhere
Bing, 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 bing,
on
bing.
Tony's 3-bar. Wow, that was a wild, hard-fought ball. And Tony buries it near side, and it is now 4-4.
And let me qualify anything I say because we're actually calling this off of a laptop screen.
Yes.
So we can't see the table over there, so I don't have my glasses.
And Sylvia comes up with another big block. Tony's laughing about it. Brandon's not. But huge block there. Sylvia's able to clear. And Tony with another great defensive effort. Now he has a chance to put away game number 1. And he goes deep to the far side. Lets the rod fly a little bit. And a great comeback there for Sprayman and Pentilli. This is a good match.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, you knew it was going to be. Again, just the fast pace and.
Yeah, but I mean, it was 3-3. Isabel
Yes.
buries the push shot. She gets the steal on the 5. Then Tony and Sylvia come flying back and take it. She really did bury that thing. There's a reason we're getting multiple shots of that replay. This was beautiful. Oh, that's not. This is the one I was talking about. He pulling it back and then going long on that push side. It was a gorgeous shot.
Yeah, we're not going to show you again.
Well, they started. So we're underway here in game number 2. Oh, Tony dropping that off the wall. Don't see that very often. Oh, a little too hot for Brandon to handle on the pass.
What's always fun too is when you get a couple of teams where the team has played together a lot, so
Great
they know what each other can do, and they just play really as a team.
Yeah, no, and Brandon and oh, beautiful shot by Isabel going to the pull shot that time. Spraying it long. Oh, Tony tries a hook and misexecutes. Steals that one. Goes with a tic-tac. Brandon playing some great 5-bar D there. Gets him with a change up to the lane. And great defense from Pentilli. There's Munoz now. Oh, he loses the handle. Something with the ball on the table. And Isabel again. Her 3rd from the back in the first 11 balls. I can count.
Oh, there's Steve Murray.
And old Dan's been stressing out, but this tournament, this production, I was talking about it before you hopped in here with me. This is like, oh, beautiful pass. The production here is not like nothing I've ever seen. Great long pull side there.
And I'll say something borderline sexist, but when you're in mixed doubles and your lady goalie is scoring points for you, that is huge.
I'm going to go ahead and say that, you know, don't even need the qualifier. If you're playing open doubles with, you know, 2 guys, 2 gals, whoever, if your goalie's giving you anything offensively.
Well, that's true, but I mean,
Yeah.
especially mixed. I mean, just traditionally, you don't look for a lot of offense
Yeah.
from your female partner. And if
she's-
you're getting it,
Yeah, Tony now catching fire here a little bit. It's now 2-2, and they call timeout. We're going to get our score update here. So have you seen this before with the iPads?
no.
So basically, the players are responsible for updating the
Okay.
score themselves.
That's interesting.
And some of the teams have been doing it live. They score, they
Right.
pull the rack, and they hit the thing. Other teams are just kind of updating it during the timeouts and stuff. So
This is primarily for the media benefit.
yeah, it's literally what's updating
Right,
our
right, right,
graphic here
right.
at the bottom left. So you know, we've seen her drop some great passes. That bank attempt denied. That one able to get through.
Ooh. So it's basically a digital component to what is eminently an analog
Yes.
activity.
I mean, our digital scoreboard for our very archaic technology of the foosball table.
It's okay, though.
You ever tried telling a barfly that a foosball table's on free play and how badly it confuses them? Every time because we leave the bar we play in is owned by our local promoter.
Okay.
So he does foosball promotion all the time. We're just like, oh, foosball on free play, and the amount of times we have to go over and show him how to get the ball out. But there's an arcade next door that's half owned by the same guy. And
Okay.
free play on a video game, everybody understands. Brandon with a nice pickup. Tries to go with the dink, and Sylvia ready for it. Oh, nice job not turning that over on the whiff. And Tony steps
There you
back,
go.
says, hey, let's call timeout. Maybe feeling a little anxious there in the back. Smart timeout there in a 2-2 ball game.
I'm just curious how the Roos were doing over there.
That match has been going on for a while. That was going on while we were calling our last match.
Yes.
And there was a long break in between matches. Oh, nice option there. Tony got enough of it to keep it from Munoz now. Tries the middle. Pentilli playing some great defense, says commentator Curse. Munoz buries that one down the middle. It is now 3-3. Oh, man, that is snappy. Sprayman tries to go far side, and Isabel playing some great defense of her own. I wonder if we see more of that sit-still stick from Tony as a result of the fact that it's harder to tic-tac on the other tables.
I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. I remember seeing him early on, I mean, his early days playing in Europe, at some of the tables. That again, the Tornado has such a reactive ball. You know, the men are tight on the rod, and the ball is reactive, so you can tic-tac it like
Yeah.
crazy. But a lot of the European tables, they use a kind of a softer plastic
Yeah, so
ball.
it kind of just doesn't come off
They
the same.
don't stay round very well, and they don't roll very straight.
And Tony with the pull side pin shot. And it's now 2-0 in favor of the team on the left.
Well, I mean, we traditionally always saw European players almost everything off a pin because the balls were terrible.
Yeah, it was pin, pull over, and brush.
Right. Even on the 5 or even on the 3, it was because the balls were terrible.
Yeah. Also, a lot of them, depending on the table, have the foot of the men are much skinnier, so it's
Yes.
harder to control a tic-tac.
Exactly. That's why my probably least favorite of the tables was the Garlando.
Yeah, Garlando was the only table I had not seen until today.
Yeah.
And
That has a narrow, as far as width and depth of the foot, it's very small. Like if you were a pull shot shooter,
it'd be tough to pull straight.
It really, to get a good toss, it's very difficult. That table's made for rollovers. Big goal, light
Yeah.
rods.
Yeah, the Euro pin or anything out of a pin, really.
Yep. So,
It's just funny. And then I don't know if this is just good for these guys, but I don't know how much Brandon's played internationally. Obviously, Tony's been doing a lot of it lately.
I love the Lanehart table. A lot of fun to play on.
It feels like the Landhart's probably the closest to the Tornado.
Yeah.
Just in terms of.
Just, I mean, I think the build quality is really good. And again, you get a reactive ball.
Yeah.
And so much as that is the man tight on the rod, and again, the composition of the balls that they're using. And you throw a tornado ball on a Landhart,
yeah.
and it's
Not that
just
drastically different, yeah.
the Bonzini. I like playing that because it's so different. It's
It's a different animal. I can't play on a Bonzini to save my life. The weighted men, it feels like the rod is fighting you, dragging against you as you're trying to move it laterally. As we are back underway here in Game 3, Tony Sprayman and Silver up 2-0.
But I've always said a good player is going to be a good player on any table.
Very true. Except for maybe Bonzini. I mean, if you hear the American, like the top dogs, it's always Bonzini that they don't like.
Why?
Because it is so drastically different.
We've talked so many times about that 2006 World Cup. Wasn't
that the first one?
Yeah, in Hamburg. And so many players, not just American players, but even European players getting exposed to tornado and vice versa. And trying to adapt your game to the other table didn't always work. You had to find out what worked for you.
Yeah.
And go with that. Because I think even then the Bonzini was using the cork ball. Super sticky. So trying to shoot a rollover was really tough because the ball would just stick.
Yeah, you're not. It's hard to get a fast lateral toss out of a rollover if you have a ball that is.
The pull shooters had to set the ball way ahead in front of the rod. Otherwise, the thing would stick. You pull it over and it would just stop and it would stop. But again, they've gone with the new ball. Not quite as sticky.
Yeah.
It helps. And you just saw the guys adapt.
Yeah.
Being able to shoot shots.
That's the mark of a good player.
Yep.
In the meantime, Tony and Brandon traded pass and scores there early, and it's at 1-1 here in game number 3. 3, excuse me. A little bit of a discussion.
You need mics on the tables. You need to mic the players.
We do, but the table sound was drowning out our audio for some reason, us talking. So we had to turn it down a little bit.
You don't use a audio board, soundboard or anything?
This was not our setup. We normally do. This is the ITSF set everything up for us, which is very much appreciated. And it's an incredible stream quality.
Right.
Well, not going to complain about it as we get some good sportsmanship here on the table. And ball's going to end up with Isabel. Always love to see that.
I have to go back to the analog Inside Foos days, right?
Yeah.
So we had a mixing board and we had multiple audio inputs that we could control.
Yeah. Well, Inside Foos still does.
Yeah.
It's when we set up our equipment, but this is not our equipment. Other than the headsets we're currently wearing.
No,
these are ours.
I love the headsets.
Yeah, these are nice. It's nice not having, we always had the headphones so we could hear each other, but we had four talking to these older mics.
Yeah.
I can kick back in this chair and get away from the monitor and kind of really let loose.
Yeah. Mic and the players.
Although it did result in one of my only hot mic moments. I was in the booth with a colleague, won't name names, but there was an incident away from the table, and I muted her mic so that she could tell me, or that this individual won't. We don't want to be any specifics. I feel like I covered that pretty smoothly. But I turned down this other person's mic so that they could lean in and whisper to me what they had seen. Not thinking about the fact that my mic is attached to my face.
Right.
So my mic picked it up.
Right. Those are always fun, though.
Yeah.
Sitting by like, Jim, you left your mic on.
Yeah.
Or whoever it was.
Yeah. Luckily, I haven't had any. There have been some career-ending hot mic moments in other sports, so I haven't encountered that yet.
That was mostly prior to the, the live streaming, everything.
Yeah, you could edit it out later.
Yeah, that's right. Let's get rid of that.
No.
That's why I always said the best stuff of Inside Foos you'd never heard. Cause
yeah. Well, because not everybody might appreciate it.
Well, that's kind of it.
But that's what makes it fun.
Well, that was our, as long as we're entertained, that's really all that mattered.
It's Tony working near side there. taking his time, walks. Fires far side, and Isabel equal to it. Tony grabs the rebound. Tony tries to go far side again, and Brandon on the pickup on the loose ball. It's now 2-1. That was a long third ball. Yes, we didn't even get time to get the camera ready. Tony decides to rip a hook, and it's now 2-2. Brandon fires that one near side. 3-2 in favor of Brandon and Isabel with their backs against the wall. Must-have game for them. Brandon gets the steal. And able to collect the loose ball. Tony got a huge piece of it. And Sylvia able to...
Nope.
Got the block, and then Brandon on the pickup. We had a little bit of a glitch there on our feed.
The secondary SWAT.
Yeah. Chop down that tree. Man, that is so fast. That was Tony Sprayman. Fires that one to the far side now, 4-3. Still in favor of the team on the right. Brandon not wasting any time going along the wall. Puts it in the corner.
That's what I was talking about. I'd like to see a little more discipline in a tight game.
He slowed it down a little bit. Down 2-0 here.
We've always harped on taking your time and.
Oh, Brandon with the pickup. And we're going to game number 4.
I mean, if you're a baseball fan.
Oh, I'm a diehard baseball.
So, just comparing it to a pitcher.
Yeah,
right.
got to change
You're
speeds.
changing paces. You're changing timing. You know, sit there and
Keep
let
them off
the
balance.
batter wait a little bit.
Yeah.
And then come in, or you know.
Well, there's less of that now with the new
Yeah.
rules, the pitch clock stuff.
Yeah. But you're still changing speeds.
Yeah,
It's kind of the same
fastball
thing.
versus changeup.
Exactly.
Get them off balance.
Yep.
I apply that to my game all the time.
Yeah.
People get mad at me.
I don't think people do that enough.
Yeah, throw a dink in there. If they're racing, your 5-bar, hit them with a little soft dink through the lane.
Did you get your coffee, Mark?
Tony bangs the flippy. 1-0 here in game number 4.
Bangs a flippy. That'd be a good band name.
It would.
Bangs a flippy.
I'm
You'd have to
going to leave it at that.
Tony bangs a flippy.
Yeah.
Or some,
that's what it's called.
or some
He hit it.
weird euphemism for something.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to avoid. It sounds like a nickname for something illicit, but
Use your imagination out there.
Yeah, I was. It could be narcotic related. Anyway,
soliciting input later on.
yes, we're going to get off that topic as it is still 1-0 here. That was the point I wanted to make. Sylvia and Tony going with the defensive switch here, and another discussion. And going to walk away from the table. My guess is there's been enough friendly discussion about calls and stuff that it looks like we may now actually be getting a ref. If I had to guess.
Terry.
Oh yeah, that match finally ended.
Yeah.
But
Must have been close. Judging by the ending, it was.
that thing went on forever. So I have to guess it was at least 5th game. And yeah, that gentleman has a ITSF shirt on. And we're holding play, so it looks like we're going to get a ref. You only get so many cordial, like, hey, yeah, man, okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you here. I'll give it to you there. I don't know what the call was. They try to give us a replay.
Oh, he's going for the rule book.
I don't know if it's the rule book or
I have no idea.
he may be trying to get on the ITS on one of these streams and
Could be.
back it up to see.
It could be. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to do it. Well, okay, here we go. Is this the replay? All right, back it up.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here? All right, is he trying to call it? Is he trying to call a jar on her? She got a piece of the ball.
Yeah, I don't think that. I'll leave it up to someone else.
Oh, are they saying it was a stop? That might be the discussion. Hang on, back it. Oh, one more time. I was thinking maybe if the ball was stopped and he advanced it and she touched it and then he touched it with his 3, that's still illegal, even though she got a piece of it.
Yeah.
3 to 5, that's
Yeah, that
not
would
legal.
be.
So that might have been the call. In which case, instead of Tony having possession in the back, Tony and Sylvia would have it on the 5. That may have been it. Or there could be a discussion about a jar, but I don't think she jarred him. And she got a big piece. She hit the ball twice, so I don't think that's the call.
Speculation.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the way we're set up here. It's nice. We don't have to worry about the competitors hearing us. We're pretty far from the table watching on a monitor. But unfortunately, we don't get the insight of those kinds of calls.
I think you should have got an external monitor. If that's your
we're
plan.
actually working on it for tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not here doing this, so I'm squinting at the screen. What happened? I don't know.
Well, that's what the folks at home are doing, too. So
Yeah.
probably watching on a laptop or a phone.
My
somewhere.
glasses are in my room.
They're on top of your head, man.
Wrong glasses. Speaking of glasses, I had my first Guinness this weekend. So yes.
All right. Do you not get that out there?
You know, dark beers in Hawaii are not
Yeah, I guess that's true.
big a deal.
Probably a lot of
Although
light stuff.
So we restaurant bar we hang out to and go once a week probably. They have a Maui Brewing Company coconut hiva porter, and it is so good. There's your beer recommendation.
All right, we have our field reporter, Mark Torres, on the case. We're going to get an answer here as to what the discussion is. Now, we have an impairing play check here. I don't know what the... I think...
What does that mean? Impairing play check.
I think it is a jar call. But, yeah, that's...
Flip a coin.
I
Hold
guess
on.
it doesn't
I have-
matter
I
if
have
she
to-
got a piece of the ball.
I have to go talk to somebody.
Okay, yeah,
I'll
well,
be right back.
don't worry about it. I'm gonna mute Mr. Anderson's mic. No, I explicitly told Mark, go over there and ask somebody in the crowd that's watching. He just walked right up and asked Isabel. So, some things don't change. And then he doesn't come over here and tell me what happened.
It wasn't like it was stuck to the back of your man. If it was like this, in the back of your man and she does this, it would touch the side of your man. Like,
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was. All right, so yeah, it is that jar call.
I know it happened.
I mean, we're spending a lot of time talking about this on what was maybe a dicey call. Oh, yep, sorry. There you go, Ken. And welcome back.
Oh, am I on there? Hello. I don't hear it as
Yeah,
well.
you can turn yourself up a little bit. You want to hear it?
No. There we go. That's better.
Yeah. Okay.
My ears don't work as good as they used to. A lot of things don't work as good as they used to. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, no. As we hear, taking a long time to get a conclusion to this. I didn't see enough for a jar call there, but apparently somebody saw enough that we're taking a long time here.
Well, you need a resolution to that play. It was like, oh, we got to go get reps, but then they can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, even
really
we were watching it slowed down,
and you still couldn't
super
really,
slow mo, and it's still like tough to say. Did she bang the table hard enough that kept it off? Kept him from reeling in and off the side of his man.
Because it went through and it actually touched 2 of his men.
Touched 2 of hers, and then
But-
he got 1 man on it as he was trying to come across the grab. Tough to say without the replay in front of us.
Yeah. So 2-1.
Yeah, Tony and Sylvia, just to recap where we're at, Tony and Sylvia up 2-1, currently 1-0 in favor of Tony and Sylvia here in the 4th. So, I mean, it is a costly ball. Isabel and Brandon have to have this game, and they're down 1-0. So, that we're talking about a 3-bar possession here. Just unfortunate for our stream that we're sitting here having such a long delay. Folks at home just have to sit here and listen to us banter.
You say that's like a bad thing?
Yeah, no. I mean, at least we're keeping you company.
Well,
better than just sitting and staring at this going on.
So, again, reminiscing, going back, the first time we ever did live streaming, we did it for Worlds from Vegas in 2006. And we never found out how many people were actually out there watching. I mean, it's just like, well, you had to pay for it and stuff.
No.
Between Jim, Mark, and myself, we had more fun And we were up there, I think on the Saturday, we might have been going somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 hours.
Oh, yeah, no. It's
Between
a long
matches
day.
and just when there were no matches going on, we were up there. We were talking about everything.
Yeah.
Talking about baseball. We're talking about movies. We're talking, just everything. Hopefully entertaining people.
Yeah, and it can be. I mean, again, it's better than if we had just said, okay, we'll be back when we get a resolution to this, and you're just staring at the table noise.
And that beautiful gold series background.
I mean, that banner is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
And it is huge.
It's stunning.
What you see in the back there, folks, it's about 30 feet longer on either side, from the W to the left and the S to the right. I mean, it is massive.
And all the rigging.
Yeah, the scaffolding here and everything is just, the production here is fantastic. And when I keep saying production, I mean the tournament as a whole. I just don't.
Yes.
I don't just mean the pit area, the quality of the stream. I'm talking about just the experience of being here in the room is like nothing I've seen in the States.
Well, the amount of ballroom space here.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas State has always traditionally been a really well-attended tournament. And a lot of times they just ran out of space to put tables. And
Yeah.
they basically have.
Yeah, we're spread out over
Four
quite a bit of
different
square.
rooms,
Yeah,
yeah.
quite a bit of square footage
Yep.
here between three different rooms. I noticed more video games than normal and Pop Shot and all that out there for the kids.
And again, they brought in the other tables, the Bonzinis, the Lionhearts,
I think there's 5
is there
each
a
of the.
Roberto here?
I asked about that. Apparently, there's one
I
Roberto
thought
somewhere.
there was one over down the end.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hiding in the corner because
Yep.
out of the Gold Cup, which is the only multi-table event this
Right.
weekend, there's out of all the 24 competitors, not one of them chose Roberto as their table.
Okay.
So there wasn't really the demand for that.
Not shocked, actually.
Yeah. Because is Roberto kind of exclusively the Italians?
Yeah. And if you, I remember one of the ITSF championships, and that was going on, and then in an adjacent room in the same facility, they had an Italian rules.
Oh, the
Tournament?
skee ball. Or whatever.
Oh my God! You would not believe the noise coming out.
What
of
is it?
that
One
place.
touch? Is that what they call it?
It's something like that. You can bounce it off a wall, but you can't touch.
Yeah, you
guys
can't
and
sit there
shoot.
and control the ball.
And the tables are moved all over the place. The guys are just
Because they're super light. The Roberto
but
is.
they're banging away on the tables. I mean, it was so loud in
Yeah.
there. It was fun to watch.
Yeah,
It
I
was
bet you Brandon Munoz would be good at that.
complete. Oh yeah, complete and utter chaos. And the guys that play that a lot are really good at it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
But it is
scary.
a different style
Yes.
of foosball. It's not what we think of.
No. I'm sure I know there's an Italian name for it, which I don't recall. So someone can look that up out there.
So we have our referees in the pit, and
Go back.
Brandon's got it backed up, slowed down. I just think even with that slow motion, it's hard to make a call either way. Without having your thumb on the table,
Exactly.
just seeing it from the.
Because if she hit it, it wasn't very hard.
Yeah, I mean, she did back and forth, and she got a big
Yeah.
piece of the ball, and it caught the side of his man. It's one of those ones where, if a ref had called it, with his hand on the table,
Right.
had called it, you'd be like, okay, that's a jar.
Yeah.
But, just from the video, it's hard to call that either way. As we're now getting a reenactment. I don't know what this clipboard is for.
Oh, that's not going to work.
Nope. Why is that there? Why is there paperwork involved in this?
Okay, I'll admit it. So I looked online prior to this whole thing, and the poster, the flyer, all that
If
stuff.
you could call it that. It was a small model.
Oh my God! It'd be like someone to interpret a whole.
We did a whole, Mars Pandemonium thing that he does. We did a whole hour
breakdown,
breaking down every a PowerPoint slide of each
Right.
page. I mean, it's a lot of information.
as opposed to the old, here's my $20, put my name down
Yeah.
on a piece of paper.
It's one sheet that has the entries and the prize money, and the other
Right.
sheet that has the schedule and the hotel information,
Right,
and that's it.
Right.
Because basically we're dealing with what is essentially two different promoters here, because this is a combination of two
True.
different tournaments.
True.
We got Steve and the Texas State stuff, and then we have the ITSF with the World Series stuff, and it's an interesting. I'm curious to see how the weekend progresses, because I was kind of under the impression it was like one thing and the other, but it's all under the one with the same software.
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people are having trouble with it. Yeah, I don't think so. Mark Torres just joined us next to the booth, kind of joining the discussion. I don't think there was enough on video just to determine one way. I don't think there was enough on video to determine one way or another. Yeah. Yeah. As we now Terry Rue getting involved over there. So all the Tom Yours in the building somewhere.
But
the head of the ITSF Rules Commission.
After the fact, though, you can't make a definitive ruling.
Yeah, you just have to say it's a no call, right?
Yeah.
There was no ref on the table. I don't understand why we're taking so long for this.
Remember how we were talking about that? God, people are so hardcore. Why don't they just okay, as opposed to people who want to go and play every Tuesday night or something like that.
Well, it's just funny because this is not the first call that they've had a discussion about, and every other one has been quickly resolved between the two teams.
Right.
Very civil. These guys play each other all the time. It's not like they think they both know that neither one's trying to cheat the other. I just don't.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna play here. Looks like.
So what is the conclusion here?
I have a clipboard, and I'm going to write things down.
Yeah, I don't
know.
I don't get the clipboard. It looks official. Sounds like, and this is a reasonable conclusion. But to me, this is like a bar, the ruling we would come up with at the bar. But like, okay, we can't decide, just take it on the 5.
Well, yeah.
But this is high-level ITSF stuff as Brandon pounds that one along the wall.
And if he makes this, then it's kind of a moot point.
I guess I don't know the rules well enough, so I'm sure someone will educate me. But I guess that is a acceptable conclusion if you can't come to an agreement.
So now that whole thing is going to eliminate right now.
Yep, it's a wash.
It was not a factor.
Yeah.
That's our definitive take on it.
Yeah, Brandon got the ball in the 3 eventually. And
blocked.
Now it's Tony's possession on the 5 after the timeout and switch.
Yep.
And we now have an official with their hand on the table. Hopefully that'll prevent further incident here. Oh, nice block there by Brandon. Tries the pull kick, and Tony collects on his 5. Hammers the off the wall, beautiful. Sprayed him now. Fires to the far side. It's now 2-0 in favor of the team on the left. Brandon just executes but gets it back. Goes right back to the wall. Quickly fires short to the near side, and it is 2-1.
Quick shout out to Christina Fuchs.
Oh, yeah.
She's out there. Chris, yes, it is, in fact, the Island Boy.
I love Christina.
She's awesome.
Seen her in a while. Yeah,
Chris
great.
is awesome.
Yeah, nice block there by Isabel to keep this a 1-point game. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, I wished her happy birthday on Facebook earlier. I don't know if she's watching, but happy birthday to Shelly Langley.
I just got a message from her. She said, you commenting? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's Shelly Langley's birthday, so happy birthday to her. There was somebody else. I will think of it in a second as Brandon has his shot denied. Oh, Ethan Wynn out of California. Happy birthday to Ethan.
Okay.
Young man out there. I haven't seen him in a while either, but great young foosball player. Tony sprayed him in now. Again denied. That long pause kind of killed the momentum here, but it is not to be understated the impact that Isabel Stelly's had on this match.
Well, all of a sudden, I mean, the pace has picked up. It was quick enough before, but now nobody's taking really much time.
Yeah, and then a little
as I say
after that long break.
Yeah.
Oh, and Isabel gets that one to pinball in, and it is 2-2. And I appreciate them updating that for us. But not quite properly updating it because no one counted Isabel and Brandon's last goal. So it's showing 2-1, but in fact it is 2-2. Up there, Brandon gets on it. There we go. Wait for it to update.
As if they don't have enough to worry about.
Maybe. Yeah, you're in a heated match. Like, hang on, I got to go over here and play with this iPad. Well, no, some of the teams earlier were just ignoring it till the end and then putting the score in after the fact.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Updated 2-2 now.
Or you used to go bowling and they'd hand you a sheet of paper and a pencil.
Yeah.
And now they got automated lanes. And
yeah, it reads it itself. Tony, nice grab there. Sets up for the rollover. Isabel working overtime and gets the block. And Tony can't grab the rebound. It ends up with his partner, Sylvia, in the back. And Tony with a great pin there.
Oh, that's a Sprayman grabber. I mean,
Yeah,
just
slick
nobody
pickup.
does that.
Made it look easy, but it's not.
No.
Fires near side. Isabel building a wall back there. And she puts one on goal. Nice block there by Sylvia.
I'm impressed.
Oh,
man.
and she gets one to go. A little pinball. I think that caught the inside of Brandon's front guy.
She's a force back there, though, Isabel.
Oh, yeah. I mean, both goalies been very good defensively, but Isabel's provided some offense. Sylvia just did too. Brandon tries to go quick with the quick pull pin and can't get it to go. Still 3-2 in favor of Tony and Sylvia. Beautiful pass. Isabel continues to deny.
That's how you're going to beat Tony.
I wonder if that was a frustration left hook because the refs are going to get involved here. It's all smile stuff.
That's how you're going to beat Tony, though. You've got to hit it, put up again defense against his three. He's going to get the ball over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
His five's that good. In fact, I've seen players. I don't remember if it was Tony. Maybe it might have been. Basically, just kind of like had it on his five, and he just the other guy put his five up in here. Just
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I'm not going to
take
waste my
it,
energy.
And I'm gonna hopefully block your shot.
Well, I know that's his. I've heard him discuss it. That's his approach on singles. It's just, yeah, I'm going to try and play defense, but you have to stop me.
Yeah. Here we go again.
Getting a little bit of frustration here on the table. I mean, we have two referees on the table.
Maybe get one more.
I'm profoundly
What do you-
curious how there's any kind of discussion at this point.
We got the side judge, the line judge, the referee.
Well, I don't know the gentleman reffing. I know in the United States when it's you have a ref. I think on Mary's tour at least you had to be at least an expert to make these calls. But if you had an expert reffing a match between two masters, they would be hesitant to make a call that was going to I feel like that should almost be encouraged when you're doing the referee qualification, that you have to be willing to make a definitive call in the moment. Someone's going to think that you're making a terrible call. Nice shot there to the push side from Tony, and it is now match ball in favor of the team on the left.
I mean, there's always been an acute shortage of competent officials, experienced.
And I think part of that is, you make a definitive call, someone's going to be giving you grief. And it's like, this isn't worth the however many bucks you get to do it.
Right.
As Brandon responds, cuts the lead in half. It's now 5-3, and Tony going to call timeout before he executes here on his 5-bar with a chance to put this one away.
So here's like an interesting example. So I play softball 3 days a week, and we play doubleheader Saturdays in a league. And my wife actually umpires. And
Seems like a conflict of interest, Brad.
Oh no, she called me out the other day on a cheap strike. But when she first started doing it, she's worried about, and the guy.
Sorry, don't mean to interrupt you here, but
that's right.
Tony's got a shot here to put it away, and Isabel says no.
See, other teams would test her, see if she would stand by a call or whatever it is. And
down under.
She's finally got the point. So if you make a call, you stand with it. And you go shut
You
up
have
and
to
play.
Be.
In any officiating capacity.
As Isabel now here looking to clear on a ball they have to have. Able to clear it, but Sylvia comes up with it. And Sylvia clears the ball herself. Tony almost sends that one back home.
It's the most dangerous playing foosball, trying to throw something down the middle against Tony.
Yeah. It's Tony now. Good. That off the wall, back to the wall is his bread and butter. Brandon did a nice job staying home. And Tony, that's no chance against that one. Tries a flippy again. See, he didn't hit it, so I didn't have to say it like that again. Tony Sprayman for the match, and he gets it to go. And in 4 games, Tony Sprayman and Sylvia Pintilli defeat and eliminate Brandon Munoz and Isabel Stelly to advance to the final of Open Mixed.
I'm gonna go.
You gonna get out of here?
Well, I mean,
That's
I'm
fair.
gonna see Mark's hanging around now.
He's itching to get
He's
back
like,
in here.
why do you get to talk so much?
He's the one that told you to sit down.
I want to talk so much. Well, yeah, he had to go get his coffee.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah, no, go ahead. He's trying to get out of here, but if you want to sit in here,
No,
that's fine.
I don't mind sitting around talking, but
Yeah, okay, no,
I
here you
don't.
go.
I don't want to.
I'll bug off.
Yeah, have Mark sit down. Yeah, there you go. See if you can really say something stupid.
Oh yeah. Here you go. They have food in there, man. Well, just like good snacks like crab cakes and spanakopita and wait, it's crab cakes, spanakopita, and stuffed mushrooms, brother. Yes, it's free. I'm a baller, dude. Good lord. Why you asking me if the food's free? Yeah. It's
Free food.
Marriott points, dude.
Oh, right.
How was that, man? I watched it. Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot of bickering that couldn't be resolved.
Primarily one incident that they had to take 20 minutes to resolve. And again, the resolution was giving Brandon the ball on his 5. And he got it through and shot and blocked, and so it was kind of moot point after that.
Yeah. That might be, I don't know who's left because I'm not looking at the brackets. That was a semifinal, so Tony and Sylvia are into the final.
I believe that is correct.
And I don't know who's on the other side.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy, man.
So here's the thing that I love about doing this with you.
Uh-oh.
It's just, first of all, I've known Brad Anderson forever. We worked in the Inside Foods booth back when it was this massive. You needed all this technology. Remember you needed you needed tons of technology, like a ton of technology to do this.
Just like I don't want to. I mean, just from number standpoint, we had. I always tell people I think the best. And I don't know if you were even. You might have done a few matches at 2008 Worlds.
Yeah.
We had 15 cameras in various places all over the place.
Yeah, for one table.
For all three tables,
right.
three pit tables,
right.
plus they were overhead, plus shots of the players and stuff. But now you were in 2006 when the doubles final we had Dave Gumpson mic'd.
Yeah.
That added so much to the match.
Yeah.
Do you remember that weekend at all?
No. I'm just saying I just say yeah. I don't even know if any of it's true. You can say anything. You can say you gave blood that weekend because there was a lamb that lost its mother. Yeah. I fed that lamb.
Yeah. No, I don't remember.
Actually.
Yeah, if you remember,
I brought that lamb to church.
How's that go? If you remember it, you weren't there.
Yes. See how this goes.
But I was relating earlier, so I think it was that Saturday. It was either between you, me, and Jim. We were up there in that booth for 12 hours on that Saturday.
Yeah.
And even when matches weren't going on, we're talking about movies and just weird stuff.
Going off.
Again, entertaining ourselves.
Yeah. I say too much, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%, because you got to be able to fill the space, if not with the sound of each other's voices. Otherwise, you're just what are you doing, man?
Right.
Just get it over with. Where's the? Just jump off the bridge already.
I know. And I'm oh.
So, huh? Yes. Do you need something, sir? Go to YouTube. Yeah, we're free on YouTube right now. Go to YouTube, Inside Foods TV. Yeah, and listen to our complete nonsense. Mute us. You're probably better for watching a blank screen. As a matter of fact, turn your TV. Go in your room and turn your TV off. Okay.
Read a book.
Dude, seriously. Love you, but who are you? But love you.
Oh, it's so good to see you, Mark.
Dudes, there's a finals coming up of Open Class. That's the final? Jacob Valkus and Cody Byrie. Oh, Stefan Bermettler, dude. You weren't here. This kid is.
Which one?
Stefan Bermettler is the kid.
I've seen him play.
Oh, jeez, dude. That guy's an absolute animal.
I've seen him play.
I have
And he's, what is he? How old is he?
I think he's I think he's 9 this year. He's just starting the 4th grade, right? I don't.
I'm going to leave that alone. I had some lined up. I'm not going to say.
Oh, you talking about the strangler?
Just the just
the distance from the elementary schools.
No,
so, dude,
no. It had something to do with distance.
Did that happen in Hawaii too? Listen, Stefan, dude, you see this kid play, okay?
Yeah.
I like to. My imagination stirs. I like to imagine it's 78. And what is Lafredo's 45 pounds soaking wet, but he's like a speeding bullet with power. This kid, he's got all. You look at his arms, man. He's got all the foosball muscles.
Yeah.
He's been playing I guess he's been playing since early youth. Who knows if he's a second generation? But the kid you watch, it's his classic doubles. It's all going to be wrist stuff.
Was
It's
it pull
wicked.
shots?
Pull shots, push. He
Yeah.
shoots everything. I just watched him play a semifinal match.
Well, I'm
I
still
just-
waiting to see somebody shoot a good push kick. But
Oh gosh, here we go.
maybe Jim will
Hey,
show
Boom,
us
get off
tomorrow.
my lawn, Boomer. Seriously, but this kid will shoot a push kick that'll blow your mind.
Well,
I-
okay.
Oh my God. Okay, well, hold on. Let's talk about that. Let's separate that.
Okay.
There's. I was just having this argument with Keith Glenn like an hour ago. It's a professional shot if you could shoot all the shots, hit all the holes. It's not mastery of the shot at all if you don't know when or how.
Correct.
The tactics, the strategy.
Correct.
Like long-term thinking, setting things up. That's mastery of the
Correct.
shot. So let me bring it back a step. The kid has a professional push kick. It's snappy. He can hit all the holes. He can do all the stuff. Whether or not I ever reach it, like it's hilarious when you think about Jeep having mastery of the pull kick and pull kick shooters in general laughing. I mean, all the Jeep he won open
Push
singles, push kick,
Yeah.
master of the push kick, but like inside game
Yeah.
to the outside game
Yeah.
because everyone agrees his long was probably the worst long.
Yeah,
of
it
all.
was. Yeah.
I mean, I think I have a
His inside game was great.
Yeah.
And his 5 was great.
yeah.
I mean, you just get the
Five-bar
ball
defense.
all the time.
Yeah.
But
So look, you're a push kick shooter. Jim's a push kick shooter. You got Ken Allwell. You got Harley Race, right? No, Harley Race.
Harley Park.
Harley Race is the world. He's the wrestler.
he was a wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
The late Harley
We're
Race.
dating
yeah.
ourselves. Can you do that? I would love to date myself. This is him right there.
Yeah,
Stefan
I know.
Berger.
I remember. I saw him playing.
Look at him. He looks like you could like throw him across.
Because he
the
got,
room.
I guess some of these young kids, young
Yeah.
guys. I mean, you could tell. See, like something like what's the last name? John.
Yeah.
That kid's
I
for
said-
real.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
Sammy Dijon.
yeah.
I think he said Sam Jung. I'm like, with
No,
a Chinese kid. here?
John.
Okay, Sammy.
He's the real deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
super.
I watched him play, and you watched him. I remember watching him at Worlds a few years ago,
Yeah.
and he lost a match, and it really upset him. I mean, it's like, but you watch the maturity come.
Yeah. Well, let me take it a step further. Last year at this event, Stefan Bergmettler, I think he beat Brandon, Tony, and Ryan in succession
Right.
before losing to Tommy Yor in the finals.
Right.
And Tommy Yor's approach was, I'm not going to watch this kid play. I'm just
Yeah.
going to play him in the finals and play my
Right.
game, which was the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
Because every other person was probably rooting for him.
Yeah.
Like Tony was probably rooting for him so that he, like, cause against Ryan, because they all thought they were going to take the kid out.
Yeah.
There's a gap.
There's always somebody.
Well, so let's talk about, you're going to see the physical ability. I think the very interesting variable for Stefan is the poise and composure under pressure.
Right.
And there's another freaky thing. This 2-bar is bananas.
Yeah.
He blitzed Ryan Moore
Yeah.
from the 2-bar. So we're going to have to watch him closely. He's working on stuff now.
The-
It's one thing if you have all the physical ability. You and I have seen an unknown number of iterations of super physical talents come through that didn't have the mental toughness
Right.
to win.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to name, but a certain person that I remember watching, phenomenally talented player, but had yet to learn how to win.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably Billy
I mean,
Baptist
there's
or
a
Trevor
difference.
Park.
No, but
Yeah.
there's. I mean, the guy could pass and shoot, and what I mean, he's played good defense, but there's a step that player takes where you learn how to win.
Yeah. Consistently. Then there's a step where you
Right.
like you get a flash of the pad. I think I love my guy, like Adrian Zamora. I think he has maybe outside of open mixed. I'm not trying to discredit open mixed, but I'm talking about open singles, open doubles. I think he might have 5 tour wins.
Yeah.
He might have 5. Like he won with Don Swan. He won with Eddie Gartman, of course. He's won a singles at the Hall of Fame. He's
Yeah.
won. He won the world champ. Yeah. So he's probably won. I don't want to maybe 6. That's a guy who learned how to win. But he didn't learn how to win the way other people
Right.
like win, like
Right.
the run that Tracy and Terry, Tracy and Dave went on,
Right.
or like Terry Moore, of course, or like Todd and Fred. That's another, or Tony, of course. That's a different level
Yeah.
of mastery.
And again, it seems like it. You know, it's almost like a wall, and at some point you
Yeah.
take that jump,
Yeah.
and that's where something clicks.
Yeah,
Where okay, this is what I need to do to win.
yeah.
Right.
But let's never forget, it's a very small percentage of people that ever get there.
Oh, sure. Another example, though, again, maturity coming by. God, might have been the last. I don't know if I even know I was there. Worlds in Kentucky, when Tommy Yor and Brandon Moreland won doubles.
Yeah,
Right, and watching that finals match, and you get players that start rolling, and all of a sudden they get a little bit of adversity stuck in front of them.
yeah.
and then they just lose it, right?
Yeah, fall apart.
And
Yeah, that's how
in
you
that,
just,
at a point in that match, I remember, I don't, I mean the absolute specifics, but where they all of a sudden start running into a little adversity, and then you're almost waiting, right, to see, step back, fall, start falling apart a little bit, and
Yeah.
he came right back and crushed the rest of the match.
That's awesome. That's not. what
That's
typically
that.
happens.
That's that point of
Yeah.
learning how to win.
Yes, where you like I used to describe my rotations that way, where I'm going to start off fast and slowly urinate all over myself.
Is that what that smell is?
Yes. No, dude. No. See, who's watching? I got to be careful.
Oh.
We're on YouTube right now. It's my bad.
Oh,
So point being, very few people get over the hump at all.
right.
That's why there's only a few people who win, and very, very few people get over the hump with any sense of any consistency, like any consistency winning.
Right.
And that's when you're putting it all together. All the micro muscles use. It's amazing that people can consistently execute anything. I mean, it's a very I can't remember who I was talking about, but it was someone who plays golf, and like foosball's way more technical than golf.
Yeah.
Like way more. Like that. Like you figure out your mechanics, not to diminish it. There's some mechanics involved. Also, there's art to swing. You get like 4 things right,
Sure.
the ball goes straight,
Sure.
and then there's all this other stuff. I don't want, like I said, but like to do a pull shot. To do an execute
Yeah,
a pull
sure.
shot is all this other, like your hips and your arms and your wrists tight, how tight, and how it's amazing.
A baseball pitcher, his mechanics, or
Yeah.
the hitter,
Yeah.
the mechanics of the swing,
Yeah.
all of that comes into play. Only
Yes.
much more compact, much smaller movements.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But you get guys that again put that sequence together.
Yes.
Whatever that means. Arm goes, then it comes from the like swinging a bat, right? Bat
Right.
starts, arms, waist,
Yeah,
legs. It's
yeah.
a twist. It's so those what do you want to call it? The process to do that. It's just on foosball. It's a much smaller scale.
Our great help, Julian here, is reminding us that it's called the 2024 Mississippi State Foosball Championship. No, you've not traveled back in time. We got that's a glitch we're hearing, and so you are observing the 2025 Tornado World Series Texas State Championship, and you're about to watch some badassery in foosball. You're going to see Jacob Balkos and Stefan Burmettler in the finals of Classic Doubles. I actually need to put a post up about this. This is so sick. I'm going to make a quick post about this. I'm going to take a picture of it real quick. Jeez, what am I doing? I'm going to use my phone.
What's that wet spot?
That's gross. Dude, what are you talking about, dude?
Stress.
Let's fix
Start
this.
getting pressured.
We need to let people know that Brad Anderson and El Torminator are making the call on table 1. Let's do that, man.
See now, Mr. Balkos there. He's from my former neck of the woods up in Minnesota,
Yeah?
and I was gone by the time he was really coming on. I've watched him play. I've seen him in person.
He's really good.
Yeah.
The running joke about Jacob is his dad's Filipino. He's shorter than me. His mom is also not taller than me, and so we're wondering about his parentage at this point because he's like 6'1", and most of the water. Where is he from? What water does he drink? Minnesota?
Yeah. Twin Cities.
Yeah, dude. He's like I don't know what they're eating out there, but there's no genetic reason why he should be that tall.
Oh, his dad is a longtime player.
Yeah.
Guy to be out of the bar every Friday night playing. I think I maybe played with him once or twice in a DYP.
He's great too. This is the finals of Classic Doubles, man. Right?
What?
This is the finals.
Push kick.
Jacob Balkos.
He's on there wondering. Mark is typing.
Yeah, sorry.
You can't do that and talk at the same time.
Inside. I can say what I'm typing, sadly.
Kind of like watching TV, you know, like you can.
And janky ball. Here we go. Let's do this. This is going to be wicked.
Your exposition.
This is going to be wicked. I got to put the so and Cody Byrie, wow, we can't forget these guys. Cody's a beast back there. He's got this unorthodox
Is he doing the setup in the middle of the table and do the? Oh, God, I hate that.
the banks though, man.
I
Like, you
hate it.
can't- you
I don't
can't-
care.
know.
I hate it. It's boring.
Okay, boomer. Get off my lawn. Dude, you can't be 70.
You're not
years
that
old.
far.
I know, dude. I'm just talking.
By the way, you live in Iowa.
Okay, don't talk smack about God's God's country, okay? I said God's planet.
God's You need to be more
man.
specific. Narrow that down just a little bit.
So, yeah. Okay, well, you watch, dude. You watch. Immediately, you're going to see the lateral speed plus power. And Stefan, if he's shooting his pull shot, you're going to be like, damn, that thing looks sweet. It's snappy. He's gonna
This is classic doubles, right?
classic doubles. For those of you who don't know what classic doubles is, so can someone tell me? Just kidding. No rollovers, no flippies. You can't spin
No
the
flippies.
And the ball. Hey, you'll love this because you always panic in the goalie area. The ball's got to start in the the ball's got to start at the 2 bar. So the ball
No,
starts.
that's.
So
Speak for yourself. I played with you before.
Can you imagine? Like when I'm bad back there, I'm really bad. Like I'm talking about passing the ball to the opponent's 3 bar.
Here, just
So
take
once I get on a roll back there, it's just my forwards just go to call timeout and go home. Just call timeout and get on the plane. Just like the match is over.
You go that way, I'll go home.
I can't. Well, for guys like Billy Pappas, right, or like Ryan Moore, when they get on a roll, dude, they're just. I think Billy. I wonder who put Billy out. Billy got it to the championship rounds, and someone beat him. I can look at the bracket. It must have been one of the favorites.
Does he even care anymore?
Cares about certain things.
Certain things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I immediately thought of a story that's not appropriate, so I
Oh.
won't share.
We'll save that for later.
We'll say at Foosball After Dark, Inside Foos After Dark.
Yep.
This is going to be some incredible action. I know Jacob knows who Stefan is. I'm not sure Stefan knows who Jacob is, and I'm not sure how that psychology works. But everyone knows who Stefan is because of the run he went on last year at this event in singles.
I do. I remember watching that final.
Yeah. So that was the final against Tommy Orr.
Yep.
Let me tell you something else I loved about that final, because Stefan showed poise and he showed composure and he showed finesse and he showed all that.
Confidence.
All of it. And then he lost, and he was sitting down in his group of friends and he was crying. And I valued that so much because he let all that emotion, that's how much he cared. Right?
Yeah.
He cared that much, that it was his opportunity. And so I love that passion. I love that emotion from anyone who competes.
You like crying.
So,
It's the crying part you like.
have you ever seen Still Magnolias? I have not seen Still Magnolias. I just hear that's something you should say. Or like the Paper Pants Sisterhood. No.
All right, now we've completely
Are
stepped
we off the
on
rails
it,
yet?
which is good. That's
Yeah.
stick with your strengths.
Yeah. Not knowing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The issue with
Non sequitur.
the issue with you and me
I-
is numerous. But like if Jim was here,
Oh, he'd be breaking us up.
he balanced out.
Oh, hey,
He'd
come on,
come
guys.
in,
Come on, guys. You got a match.
stay
Let's be
focused,
serious.
yeah. Or he
No.
he'd give you the finger like, you're like, what, dude?
We did have that one time when he was. We were sitting in the booth. In fact, I think it was 2006,
Yeah,
and he was off doing something, and we were talking about.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
He,
oh,
he,
yeah,
he,
yeah.
he brought up the 1982 U.S. Open,
Oh gosh.
third place.
Oh gosh. Dude.
And you're like,
Who's
and
that?
he brings
We're
it
bringing
up.
We're bringing it up.
He brings that up every single time.
Yes, he brings it up. The other one he's added is the fastest shot in the world.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the fastest shot in the world is
Yep.
his push kick. Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Fastest foosball
Yep,
shot
yep.
in the world.
That's got like 500,000 views.
Yeah, because people are stupid. They don't know what they're looking at.
Suckers.
You idiots.
But Jim told me, like I could say, we were afterwards. He goes, "I had no idea you guys said that."
Yeah.
He hadn't heard until he actually got some playback.
Okay, here we go. Cody is getting the ball to start in the goalie area, and immediately, you're shaking your head. No, dude, you just scored.
It's boring. I don't care.
The inside bank crusher. I'm not familiar with Schopf, who's also from Austria. You watch, dude. I mean,
No.
let's get rolling. The thing about that straight is it looks like it's long. What's Jacob going to start off with? Pull shot of his own. I think that Jacob has a good pull shot. I watched him shoot it this weekend. It doesn't have the same lateral speed.
Oh.
See that? It was on
Slingshot.
goal, dude. Yeah, it doesn't have the lateral speed.
Do it. Oh, I'm waiting for a
Yeah,
push kick.
you
I'm
wait,
sorry.
dude. You wait. I think that was, I don't know, I mean, that's a short split. It looked like a cut. But
Yeah.
it was behind the man.
Cuts back a little bit.
I think Cody was, it went behind Cody's too far.
Well, that's part of, again,
Again.
jeez. See
Again.
that?
Two inside banks. I think clearly the goalie's got to take some responsibility for that. I think he's coming off just off the white line. A little internet delay here. I don't know if you're seeing that on your end. Oof, just missed it. Now everyone, good.
Okay, here we go. You can't let him have that. Look at it's open.
Oh,
Talking about, I mean, zones, but we're talking about like pull shooters and stuff. You might have the physical ability, the tools to do it,
Yeah.
but if you don't know how to read a defense
Sure.
or you don't have the experience to look at,
yeah.
you know, somebody's playing a standard. Well, there's certain holes you're going to look for. If they're playing a crossover, there's also holes you're going to look for.
Right. But the goalie, he scored 3. The other goalie scored the pull kick to tighten it back up to 4-3. Cody has scored 3 clean ones out of goal. I can win this event if someone maybe. No, I couldn't. But I want to say that.
Hold your guys and make sure you hold the guys out.
Cody's such an X factor. He's so good back there with that series. He's could see the holes. He got passes off that series. He's got regular sprays and regular conventional shots off it. He's really taken that. And you remember Don Swan was doing that 20 years ago. He had his own sets. He was doing passing, a lot of like brush down passing.
Yeah.
But he was still shooting those banks. I think that this is just that technique evolved.
Well, watch and see though. Again, it's really the forward is the one who really needs to get in front of that shot.
I mean, our shots.
Slow down.
Oh, just rim the corner. Try to do something cute. Was it another slingshot? I missed it.
Kick the table. Try to slingshot. Didn't go. Missed it. This is a trend, though, I've seen for a lot of these younger players is they play so fast.
Yeah.
And Tony plays fast, but he's patient.
Well, Tony will play fast and still use 10 seconds on the 5
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's patient.
Yeah.
Where I think a lot of these guys think, oh, man, I just got to move the ball on or I'll get rid of it. We were just talking about you.
You're right, dude. I'm glad it worked out. All right. What happened? Tony, does the match? Is the game over?
I think so.
Damn. Tony walked by and was like, wanted to chat for a second, and I.
Had continued that
Yeah.
discussion over that alleged infraction.
Let's see the comments. You guys can talk to us.
Oh, God.
And, yeah, I mean, let's see here. What do we got going on? Live chat.
Shut that guy up.
Hey, guys, from Foods Academy. Good to see here Keith's voice. Is that you? Brad. It is Brad
That was
Anderson.
Christine.
Yes, good hearing Keith's voice and thoughts on the play. Byrie putting on a show. Johnny, he is putting on a show, dude. He's just like, and Brad Anderson, okay, who acts like he's 80 years old.
I'm not that old.
He-
man. I'm
look,
not
look,
that-
hey, look at some stats here. Oh, numbers.
Yeah, I know.
Longest goal streak, only 2.
Wow.
That's so it is. What largest lead was 1? Yeah, cool
Well,
stats, bro. Can Cody continue to single-handedly be the primary offense on this team?
Well, again, let's look for an adjustment.
Yeah, let's see how they handle.
Because even, guys shooting a pull shot out of the back, you can zone these guys out. You can zone out a banker as well.
Little break there. Returning fire. Look at Stefan having fun. I don't know him well enough to know if that smile is a smile of someone with true joy or a maniacal smile of someone that just belongs in an asylum. Watch, don't take your eyes off the ball, dude. He's shooting his pull shot for now, but you've seen him shoot 2 or 3. It's straight solid. We're not seeing him shoot the others. He hasn't had to really. Shot one tuck.
Kind of a Terry Roost straight there.
Yeah.
Just hit it hard.
Yeah.
Hit it straight, hit it hard.
Ooh, again. Jeez, man, he is absolutely putting on a show. I gotta stop this guy. Oh, it's good, yeah. I think so. I think we turned it down. So I don't know if it's the internet here or what. I don't know if you guys are seeing this on your end. Give us some feedback. It looks like time is slowing down at some points during the match.
That's what happens when you're 80 years old. No, wait.
Dude, okay, it's 2-1, and right now they're surviving the Byrie onslaught.
No.
You just like. And what's funny is, let's watch. I want to shut up. I want to comment after. Again, clearing the zone. So when it clears, remember, it's still a win. Ooh.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Yeah. He's got the big follow through, which helps square the shot off. He's really picking on that inside. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was a push
It
kick
was
or a set.
wasted possession.
There you go.
I think a lot of the nuance of the game is kind of missing these days.
It's changed for sure.
Well, sure. Just the pace of that people want to play now.
But you've been overseas, so granted, Stefan plays fast. Because the tic-tac 5-bar series isn't conducive on multi-table play,
No.
you still have a lot of mostly brush 5-bar series.
Well, it's still primarily a pin game.
Yes. Okay, that's very fair. And so, I want to they crushed that one. You weren't even looking, dude. Let's watch it. Kaboom! It's really good technique with the. He doesn't have a ton of legs in it, but he has his waist in it and his wrist.
I mean, you'll get different opinions on the proper mechanics for a pull shot.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, people are different heights. Their hand sizes are different.
That's part of it.
Their body is different. And then you talk about effectiveness. Tom Spear didn't have blazing lateral speed. People didn't want to sit there and block Tom Spear, right?
Well, two things with Spear. He got the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And he was accurate with the shooting.
Yeah.
That's as much as anything. It's accuracy. You don't have to have a really fast.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about? Push kicks.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to have a blazing fast long, but if you're accurate,
yeah, for sure.
You can pick a defense apart.
We have a guy. Have you ever heard the name Ray Cota?
I've heard the name.
Ray Coda's from San Jose, California. He's a left-handed player.
Okay.
He's lefty, so his 5-bar was just irritating. He just get the ball all day long. But he never developed the strength on his right hand for a pull shot.
Right.
He shot a pull shot as a primary shot.
Right.
Holy shit! The first time I played the guy, I thought he was trolling me because he was shooting. It was like a whiff.
Yeah.
And he kept scoring this whiff. I thought, you're
Right.
messing with me, right? You're
Right.
gonna show me your real 3-bar. I swear, I thought he was joking with me.
Oh.
It was but he was accurate. He could time it. He could anticipate, and it was slower than he should be able to race anything he did. But he just beat you. He just beat you with his. Holy smokes!
Remember the first time I played Surd?
Oh yeah. He's a
Shooting
lefty too.
shooting a push shot.
Yeah.
Wasn't very good.
Yeah.
He got the ball a lot, but the push was not great.
That
I
was-
think he did end up during the match switching over to roll. I don't even remember what happened, but
You know what's a funny thing about Sergey, having grown up with him, around him since he was like early child. He was a child and I was an adolescent. He That sounds weird. That whole sentence is weird. Like, why were we in the same area? It's because it was an arcade. His 3-bar was always his nemesis. He had a snappy, awesome push shot.
Yeah.
But he still hit a wall because limitations with the push shot.
Yeah.
That we apparently don't see with Sully yet. He crushes that thing and wins all the time. But even when he switched to a rollover, some of the same limitations were there. They weren't in the shot.
Yeah.
They're decision making. Right?
Well, that could be the case for a lot of people, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's again getting back to learning how to win.
Right. That's all exactly what it is. So we got a 4-2 lead here.
Oh, there's a game going
You
on.
slow down Cody by 1 shot, and it's all of a sudden it's a mixed match. Keep your eyes open. He can't help himself, dude. He can't help himself. I think.
It's probably with impulse control.
Yeah. The sad thing is, that would score on me every single time. Like, he would be 100% on slingshots on me. But they're so used to, they're twitchier. They're again. I don't know if that one was clean. You think it's a replay? Stefan looked up like, is this guy for real?
Okay, where'd that go? Where'd that go?
Ugh. Heartbreaker. Are they going to steal game 2?
Take your time. Take your time.
It was a
take your time.
4-2 lead. Oh, wait, he started on the 2-bar.
See, I would say Jacobs, he's still learning how to shoot a pull shot.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
What to shoot when.
It's not impressive. It's a good shot. Don't get me wrong. He goes. But it's not like he's like you. God, I can't believe this. And he called the time. He's so hot. He called the timeout on himself. You know you're hot when you're a goalie and you're like, you know what?
I'm gonna let you stew on that one.
This whole place is smoking on fire with my badassery. I need you need a timeout. I'm gonna call it for you. Because right now,
when you get good, get put in. You get
yeah.
put in a timeout.
Yeah, you can put it on. Like, look at your zone right now, and please work on it, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, work on your zone. I'm gonna give you one opportunity.
That's right. You've been warned.
Yeah. And now the poor guy, the other goalie, who's like, "What WT hell?" He's back there like, "What am I gonna do?"
Yeah.
That's the kind of weird pressure that goes on in your mind. It's like, you're like, no one hugged me. Why is this happening to me?
Why is it? So we get 4-4.
4-4. Boomer. Ooh. Oh gosh. No. No. How hot is he? How hot is he right now? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay.
Is it destiny for them to win this match?
We'll see right now. Oh.
Yeah. Wicked. Wicked. I think. Okay. So if they go down 2 games, let's focus on the moment at hand.
Okay.
They switch. He's so hot. They're gonna let him shoot that series on the 3-bar.
Yeah, there you go.
Set up in the middle, Barry. Show him what's up. Bank.
Yeah.
Do an inside bank from the 3-bar, bro. Let's go.
I bet he doesn't do a pull shot. He'll do something off a pull shot set.
Be lucky to get it back. It'd be poetic justice if it banked in.
Okay. Setting him up. He's just setting him up.
Yeah.
Like a slingshot or something here. Slicer.
Yeah.
Middle slice.
Wow.
That's a tight shot.
So, okay. Here we go.
Look at that.
Yes.
That's a
beauty.
killer shot on a crossover.
It's a ballsy shot. Okay, down games 2 games to 0. It's not like they're playing badly. It's just that Cody Byrie is playing out of his gourd.
That's true.
And but you do have to point the finger at the zone at some point. You got to anticipate certain things. Like there's banks on each side, but you can block those banks. You could zone out the banks. He's getting a couple sneaky ones in there, but you got to take the bank away. You got to take the bank away.
Yeah, and Stefan's got to make better use of his possessions on the threes.
He's
pissed away. Excuse me, a number of opportunities.
He scored 1 slingshot, I think, of the 5 he shot.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers. I'm making stuff up.
But he had a couple of straights on the pull.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's had chances up there that he's just kind of wasted.
His percentages are higher with his pull shot than his tricky stuff for sure, right?
Yeah.
We can agree there.
Yeah,
But
because I think, well, Cody Byer's too experienced to fall for a lot of the quick shots.
Yeah. And I think you just do -2. Like, if Cody is that hot and he gets the ball every possession,
Right.
and the other goalie is not who can play at that same level. The way Cody's playing right now is phenomenal. So you got a goalie on the other side who's probably playing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's just getting overshadowed. I mean, he has 1 or 2 turnovers. Those are things you expect.
Well, then that's, and he's hit those banks, and that goalie is so worried back there.
Oh yeah. We don't talk about. We just talk enough about how that kind of stress just ruins your day.
Right. And Jacob Balgos is doing the exact proper thing. He's staying out of the way.
So to your point, the adjustments are shoot your pull shot more than all the wrestling shots.
Yes. And take your time.
That was a beauty, right? That was a beauty. I think that's like a 6-dot spray.
Again, these are wasted opportunities. And again, it's impulse control or something. I have no idea.
Well, you know what's funny though? The lens,
exuberance of youth.
Yes, the lens you observe the.
That hurt.
Yeah, the lens you observe the sport is the same lens I observe the sport, and that frankly, not younger players don't filter it that way. The people listening, who are acclimated to this type of game, probably don't even necessarily understand what we're talking about. Which is not. I'm being an apologist for them.
Right.
We're talking about when the sports play with a high level of methodology, like setting stuff up. Like shooting the straight to set it up, even though you're going to get blocked. Those are different. You crush that.
Or change your pace in a game.
Yeah, change your timing up radically, off-speed stuff.
And just wait.
Take something away.
We're going to slow down the second half of this game, or whatever it is. You know, we're going to make them think a little bit.
Yeah. There was no jar there, bro. I didn't see it.
And I don't care what anybody says on the tornado table. We need to go back to dropping the ball.
Dude.
Half the people in this room wouldn't know how to drop it to themselves. Get off my lawn.
You know what's fun?
Get off my lawn.
What's funny is the number of people who have dropped the ball to the other person on match ball. It eliminates that variable.
Well, and I want that there.
I don't have the rewind capability. They probably have. They have it behind. They have it back there. If I was making the call, Jacob came and wanted me to make a call. I should have said, "Yeah, I looked at it, and there's no jar there, dude." I mean, bro. But look, I
heard you say that.
I did. I should say, I'm replaying it now. Don't look at my screen. I bet you can do it here. Let me see.
I have no idea.
Are you guys able, who are watching the stream on YouTube, can you rewind that stream?
You can. You should be able to.
Hit
back
the
it up.
rewind button. Can you?
Yeah. I do it all the time.
Call. That's what I think. See, Johnny's got it right. I'm going to let them know that Johnny rewound it. Is that a word, rewound?
Johnny rewinded.
He's rewounded it. And he says, Jacob, sack it up, bro. There ain't no call there, Holmes. Look, I guess you can. You can rewind right here, dude. Like, what's this?
All that technical jargon.
And can you really, like...
I mean, you can stop a live feed, back it up.
Can you make that? I mean, can you really make that call after watching it on the video? I guess
Nope.
you can.
Make the call. No, they're going to play now.
Let's see where the ball goes.
Come up with something.
Oh, he got on the 3-bar.
Okay.
I would never let that go. Look, call me a douchebag, but I'm not giving that ball up, dude.
Well, I learned that a long time ago. Well, the whole thing is like, if there's not a ref at the table, there's no rules.
Okay, that's where you're showing your true colors.
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. All right, what's going on here?
No, but don't give up a goal. I mean, if it's iffy,
I think if it's insanely obvious.
Yes.
Okay, but like if it's close, those are gonna happen. I don't know.
You're gonna stand there and argue about it, then no, I ain't giving it to you.
I love how every time Cody gets the ball, we're just like totally freaking out if he's gonna. Oh my God.
He's got to set his defense.
Dude. Hey, so you look at him, right? And you think maybe he has sold his soul to the Dark Lord. It's like, what the hell's going on here? Like, he's scoring 3 a game.
Yeah.
I think the first game he scored 4.
Could it be Satan?
Could it be the coffin upstairs? It's not funny. You're an
Not,
enabler,
not
bro.
at all. Bad,
All right.
bad influence on you. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's 2 games to 0. It's 2-2. There's just incredible pressure. Like he's trying to. He actually tried to. He's trying to fork that. The goalie's trying to fork that with the lead man on his 2-bar. He's trying to fork the inside. No, sorry, the inside wall bank. He's trying to fork it with the lead man on the 2-bar, and it's just not working, dude. Like, I don't know if is there a point where you cut ties with zones and just say, I'm playing goalie wars with this guy? I'm going to.
I don't know if you can do that with that particular series setup, but he keeps moving. He keeps moving his 5-bar off that wall or off that lane where the ball would go, and as soon as the ball's shot, he moves. So he's opening up that lane.
I put a post up about Jacob versus Stefan, and I might have to go edit it. If they win this, it's going to be Cody Byrie versus Austria, because he's really doing everything right now.
Hey, he'll take it.
Yeah, I've scored that one before. It's deadly.
I ain't giving that back. You crazy.
Yeah, no, Cody's just. And then Jacob gets it.
He turns it into a pass.
Yeah, it's
Not, see?
The goalie is doing a fair job defensively.
Yes.
It's tough to be. Hey, the clears are not. He's not clearing as well as Cody, obviously. That's the one spot.
I think he needs to slow down. That pull shot, he's trying to whip it so fast.
You talking about Jacob's pull shot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, another one. Oh, they switched. They switched. Did you notice? I didn't just notice it till now.
Oh.
The goalie, the tall guy's in the front.
Yeah. Don't. Oh, that was a European. That worked.
Yeah, they can't shoot rollers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Needs to work some passes off of that.
Maybe this is what they needed the whole time.
Never hurts to try to give the defense a different look.
Timeout. It's 4-2. An opportunity here to climb within 2 games. It's just awkward, right?
That was
They're about to climb within 2 games of a win.
You picked up the subtlety on that one.
Yeah.
The nuance.
Where's Jim? Where's Jim to save us from ourselves?
No. Was he at home listening?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. These guys are idiots.
Put his hands over his ears.
Either that he's going, and I miss it.
Yeah.
I have not spoken to Jim in quite a while. Throwing a text back and forth once in a while.
To Vegas?
Yeah. I'm never going back to Las Vegas.
What happened?
I hate it. It's just a terrible place.
Yeah, there's moments, dude.
Which
There's
is
some good shows.
Las Vegas is the favorite place of people who live in Hawaii.
Really?
To go, yes. Oh, absolutely.
Why isn't it? How far is Macau from Hawaii? You know what I'm talking about?
That I don't know.
Dude, there's more gambling in Macau than there is in anywhere in the world.
That's probably a little bit farther flight.
Well, how far? I don't know. Hawaii to Hong Kong? Oh, they scored. Jacob staying in it. Jacob does enough to give Cody another opportunity to win the game.
Just make sure you hold your guys up when he's shooting.
Yeah.
Stick it.
So Stefan is dangerous back here. We haven't seen something new. I don't think he scored yet, but he is fully capable of taking charge from his 2-bar.
And unfortunately, they're in a position where they have to get points off the goalie.
Yeah, or conversions to the 3-bar for sure, right?
I mean, if
Oh my God. Oh my
I'm
God.
not sure where that one went. That looked a little weird.
It banked outside wall, dude. I think your
But where?
your credibility is plummeted.
I admit I don't have my glasses with me. And we're
Oh.
looking at a little computer laptop screen. So,
Look, Stefan.
but if you're forward scoring like a monster,
Yeah.
you don't have to do that, right? I mean, it's
Oh, they slopped it in. Stefan slopped
whereas
it, dude.
that Jacob is struggling on the 3 rod, and Cody's more than making up for it.
Yeah.
Jim
Yeah.
Stevens, if you're out there,
We'll take anything you got. Dude,
help us out.
You want us to speaker you in? His calls, FaceTime you in, dude. Take it all.
The old rule of radio: get in, get out.
Now, is there an opportunity here? Does it feel that way? If Cody slows down like one gear, it's gonna go back to an even match. Like Cody, because everything's 4-4 with Cody scoring 2,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Let me see. 5-4, 5-3, 5-4. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Cody doesn't keep his gear up,
Well-
Jacob's gonna have to hit another gear.
Or if you can exercise enough self-control, Stefan, to not shoot, a slingshot or whatever it is. I mean, you get a possession on 3, put it in the hole, man. Do it.
Well, the funky thing about this is now Stefan, they won a game with Stefan back there. I don't know if we see Stefan back there the whole match. And this reminds me of...
Well, it didn't seem to make any difference blocking the bank. So
did it
small sample size.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Because he scored 2 banks while Stefan was back there?
Yeah. I think it's still going to come down to efficiency on the 3 rod there.
Yeah.
On both sides, actually. Again, Jacob has not had a lot of success shooting that pole shot.
I'm going to take it all back. I talk a lot of smack about the undead thing with Cody, but he could also be the cover of one of those romance novels. You know what I'm talking about? Like Fabio, just like drape him, like put him in a lion skin and put him over a rock, dude, and that dude is sexy.
Fabio on the Desert Island.
Yes. So hot. So hot.
Eating coconuts and raw fish.
Raw fish, dude. Gollum. That's rude. All right.
That was
I know, but still scored. Dude, you can't hate on it,
Well,
dude. He just,
That's all. Another good strategy is hit it hard as you can and aim for a guy.
is it 2-0 right now? What just happened? Did
I
he
saw the
slop that
last
in?
one.
I don't know what's going on right now. I feel like we lost time. Did we just warp? It says 2 games to 1. Jacob, is it 2 points to 0 right now?
I missed the first one. If there's 2 goals there, I saw that. Yeah, the most recent.
Okay, let's look at the score markers. The Engineers, there we go. Look at that, 2-0.
I don't know
Fifth
what
game.
happened there.
So let's
So
see.
they switch back here. So.
Yeah. Let's see if Stefan has the presence
Yeah. Oh.
to slow it all down, reel it all in. Oh,
and then you get that right there. I mean, it's. But again, these are the opportunities you have to take advantage of.
This match needs to be studied
Studied and dissected.
for anomalies.
Put it in a jar of formaldehyde.
Oh, he whiffed one. He gave it to Stefan.
He's not a machine.
The boomstick. Let's see. Just missed it. And he gets the block too. And now he's probably going to clear. He's either going to score or Jacob's going to have everything you want. There you go. Now this poor guy, the other goalie's like.
That's it. He's lost it now.
I can assure you, neither of these guys have ever seen a performance like this from the opposing goalie.
Yeah.
You just don't see it. I don't think. I mean, the closest would be T-Mac, when they won the championship. Right?
Yeah.
It was like 7, right?
But that was even just a standard, which something that's what really makes that performance by Tracy McMillan even more, because like
Where the winner
that
was
should have
done,
been zoned out.
Yeah.
But no, he finding the holes.
He went in the front and shot 1-2 for Dave.
He did.
Yeah. We were basically playing hide Dave.
Although
Comes
I think he hit a straight, but either way, it was still.
yeah. Oh, now it's not going well, man. 3-0. Cody Byrie.
If Jacob was scoring half the shots he was getting,
I know.
this would have been over a long time ago.
Yeah. It's
I mean, it's not ripping on him, but it's just that's kind of you have matches like that.
Cody's in full God mode cheat code right now because everything he does scores or lands on Jacob's 3-bar.
Right. Those are the ones you just go, why am I bothering?
Yeah. These are the ones where I call timeout and not go home.
A turnover. And another shot, maybe.
Oh. He's got, he probably has another 1 minute to take control of this match because it's 3-0 and 1-2.
Well, Jesus, that was on goal.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they get breaks.
4-0.
Yep. This is.
I think we're going to crown the 2025 Tornado World Series Classic Doubles Champions. As they say in my native Philippines, the morbidly obese lady is yet to begin
vocalizing,
singing the karaoke.
Sing.
Well done. Congratulations to Jacob and Cody.
You got that graphic up there already?
I owe Cody an apology. I framed this in social media as Jacob versus Stefan.
No.
It was Cody versus...
It kind of was. If you want to look at
yeah.
from the mirror image there.
Yeah.
Neither one of those forwards really
that doesn't
performed
make, that
as
doesn't make
maybe
any
they
sense
should.
to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. But no, I know what you're saying.
I'll put that.
Like,
I put down
look,
on the list.
man,
all the things that don't make sense.
This
to you.
match needs to be studied. I mean, look at what Cody did. Okay, here's the thing about 2-bar goalie play. As a rule of thumb, something is always open.
Yes.
Something is always open. It's whether or not you identify that and you execute it. So something is always open. That's why we see incredible runs in scoring, like Ryan in the World Championships and Billy. We see incredible runs because they find and they identify the open hole, then they get hot. What we just saw here was bananas. Like he was executing the accurate bank on either side, and it's not like first. It's not easy to execute that. It takes technique to execute that, but it also takes anticipation and timing to pick the right side because you are still shooting against. 5, 6, 8, 9, 11 men. You're still shooting against.
Sure.
So,
and I will give him on that like set bank like that because I know Jim and I talked about before like goalie offense.
Yeah.
You have shooting and then you have shooting to score.
Yeah.
There's two mindsets there, right?
Yeah.
If your forward's doing pretty well, you try to get something on goal. Hopefully, maybe get a rebound or whatever it is. But on that set, everything he was hitting was shooting to score.
Yeah.
Whether he was intended to do it or not.
Yeah. And it's painful when he mis-executes and it goes to his rebound.
Right.
Like landing
That's what I mean.
on
It's like,
he goes, no, there's really nothing that you can do. Like, see, he meant that one.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He meant that one. Yeah, they're showing a couple of moments for Stefan. They were far and few between because Cody just overshadowed that whole match.
I don't know. I may have to go to the bar and watch a basketball game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should after the other night.
What is it?
The
Minnesota?
Wolves and
Thunder?
yeah, it was not pretty. First half was pretty good.
So are you a Wolves fan? I'm assuming Wolves fan.
I mean, as much as I'm a basketball fan, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like pro basketball. I think it's a trash product. But let's see, the Wolves and the Thunder. Yeah,
Wolves were leading at half, and then they just left it in the locker room. They just got blown out in the second half.
Thunder's a very balanced team.
Yes.
I saw a recent post about they trade like I think the Clippers between two teams, they traded like 20 first-round picks for and Shai Julius, however you say his name,
Gilgeous
for
Alexander.
for
yeah.
Paul George. Paul George, the Clippers got Paul George and gave away like the next 80 years of the franchise.
Yeah.
And then that guy's the MVP. So these scouts know nothing.
Well, they always talk about how the Timberwolves passed up Stephon
Vermettler, the guy with the push kick. Stephon
Curry.
Stephon
Curry.
Stephon Curry.
That
Dude.
the Wolves could have drafted him.
I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I would not. Stephon Curry was like 125 pounds and 5'11" when he was drafted. I would not have drafted him either. Right?
Hindsight and all that.
Yeah. You go back to all the. Remember, I think Michael Jordan was like the third or fourth pick in the '85 draft.
Yeah. Did he get cut from one of his teams someplace? I don't remember.
Oh, that was high school. Dude, you don't
Well,
know.
either way. But
Yeah. Just stop talking.
you know what? I'm ready to stop talking.
Let's see. All right, what's happening? We got the finals of Open Mixed. What is that? Dude, we got the final. If you need a break because you had no intention of doing this, and I reeled you in, and I dragged you into the deep waters.
I've actually enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a choice. I don't know when the Open Mixed
I've been sitting here for probably 2 hours.
live. Yes, you have been, and that's a lot. Maybe let's take a quick break. 2 hours, like, can you imagine this?
Let's take a quick break. We're going to be right back.
Can you imagine if someone said, "Hey, man, do you want to sit down with me for 2 hours and watch foosball?"
I couldn't imagine sitting down with you for 2 hours for anything.
I'd be like, I'd rather have a root canal. I'd rather just give me paper cuts.
Yeah.
I'd rather give myself paper cuts and watch over. Sit here with
Just
you
right,
for 2
just
hours.
right under your nose there.
Yeah.
Oh, God. No. Or have another tattoo put on my hand. Don't ever get a tattoo right there.
Yeah. What is that, by the way?
It's a wave. It's a
That's
wave.
cool. Yeah.
But there's nothing there.
What do you mean?
There's
Bone?
no. It's
Oh, I get it.
When that little needle's going, it's
Yeah.
banging against the
Oh,
bone.
dude.
So don't. There you go.
Do you
There's
have
your
two?
tip.
Did you say you have 2 tattoos?
I have this one, and I have. In case anybody's listening, yeah,
Dude,
we're.
leave your pants on, dude. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a turtle.
I've crushed that one. That guy did a great
That's
job.
awesome. That's a turtle, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
A honu.
Is that the Hawaiian word for turtle?
Yes. And on that note,
It symbolizes fertility.
it actually symbolizes longevity and.
Motility.
Ah,
Dude, you're the worst.
I didn't say it.
Dude, what's happening, right? Are you leaving? Is it you gotta go? If you gotta go, dude, I hear you. It's been 2 hours.
First of all, I need some food.
Yeah, I need food too. Let's do this.
But you know, I mean, it's what 7 o'clock, whatever it is. For
maybe
me,
it's a break.
For me, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Dude, maybe this is the break. How about let's hey, we're gonna take a break here because I think it's a break time. I'm gonna hit the mute button. It's been great hanging out with you. We will be back when everyone else comes back and
when there's
hang out some
something
more.
when there's something happening.
Talk to you soon. Here's the button right here.
Go long. Wait, I'm gonna tell you where to go, and you gotta hit it as soon as. Wait, my bad.
müsste die irgendwie, ich müsste
Ich habe noch einen.
Aber finde ich auch die 5 besser als die. Die schleifen ein bisschen mehr.
welche bleibt, die schwarze.
Die
Wir können auch gelb spielen, wenn wir gelb.
Nochmal ready to play, damit die aufhören zu recallen.
Soll ich das machen?
Also wir wollen Seite, was?
Scoren. Der scoret ja nicht selber, das ist scheiße. Ja, das ist jetzt da und irgendwie. 2 Bälle oder so viel? Also so als für Fairness.
And we welcome you back to Inside Foos's coverage of the 2025 ITSF Tornado World Series. My name is Keith Glenn. Jumping in on some Nations Cup action here on table number 1. It does appear that we are in the main division final here in the late hours of our Thursday evening. On the left of your screen, that's Dr. Hannah Buffkin. Gotta get that right. And on the right, we're still working on getting our bracket information up here, so I'm not entirely sure of our competitor on the right's name, but the last name is about to be butchered. Riebschlager. It does appear we are in the first game. Hannah just cut the lead in half, now 3-2. Riebschlager now, chance to make it a 4-2 ball game here. Tries the Euro to the near side, Hannah denies her. Tries to go off the back wall, good reaction there from Riebschlager. Back pin, or excuse me, front pin from the back. Hannah, beautiful goalie rod to 5. Tries to go quick through the lane and turns it over. Riebschlager now set up to the far side. Tries to go near side again, and Hannah again denies her. Tries to punt and chase, but can't get a hold of it. Back pin now for Riebschlager. Goes back to front. Oh, and comes short through that far side hole, just inside Hannah's defense, and it is now 4-2 in favor of Team Germany on the right. Hannah rushes that second man. Might have been a left hook. And Hannah gets the steal she needs to stay alive here in game number 1. Tries to go through the lane, can't hang on. Riebschlager now. Possession and a chance to put away the first game. Hannah able to intercept. Walks, tries to go far side, can't get it to go. Little punt and chase, and that one kicks around and finds its way into the back of the goal. And game 1. I'm not entirely sure of this format. I don't know if that